So, First Love is the Revolution it's a love story, and a love story between two outsiders, two animals who don't quite fit in with their with where they come from. It's about a boy called Basti who meets this young fox called Radicha, and they're just irresistible with each other, and it changes both their lives completely, and it changes the lives of the foxes and moles and humans around them, and it goes into territory about fathers and sons and mothers and daughters and mothers and sons and violence and doing what you want and being true to your nature. I don't know why I wrote interspecies. A little bit because I just moved to London and I felt like I couldn't speak British English. I felt like every exchange there was something being said that I wasn't quite understanding, and there were lots of pauses all the time, and so I kind of felt badly equipped to write a play of British speakers, and so because I was also taking lots of long walks by myself and thinking a lot and seeing lots of foxes. And kind of wowed by the fact that there were these wild animals walking through the streets in such a civilized city. But I also had read this essay by Derrida where he was talking about how this cat came in every day when he took his clothes off, and the cat would just kind of look him up and down, and it sent him into this whole existential spiral where he was going, am I dehumanizing myself by projecting sexuality onto the cat, or the cat's intent at looking at me, what's it seeing, why am I self-conscious, what's my whole experience of this? And so I was quite fascinated by that as well. And then there was this particular conflict that I was trying to, I knew where I sat with it, but I also found it so irrational, and I found it so disheartening, and I just didn't know how to process it. And every so often something in the news hits you and it's like you can't shake it off. And so I was interested in how we dehumanize each other and use that as an excuse for violence as well. Basti is the main human. He's the boy, and I love Basti. He's 14. He's one of those boys who doesn't smell right to other kids, so he's bullied at school quite badly, and he hasn't ever really found his place. He had a very close relationship with his mum, but his mum's away for various reasons, and he's got a dad his dad's a complicated guy. I like him a lot as a character, but he's not the best dad. And Basti meets Radicha when he's setting up traps outside his garden, because he's got this idea that he wants to make a fox stole for his mum. He found out how to make it on the internet, very simple. And so he meets this little fox called Radicha, who's like a 14-year-old girl, but she's got a particular streak that makes her feel like, I guess all 14-year-olds feel, that they don't belong anywhere. It's like they're feeling all the darkness inside themselves for the first time, and then the rest of the world makes no sense. And they both have that a bit, and then they make something explosive together. So I came to be part of the Soho Six program because my London agent, gave Nina, who's the literary manager here, and really quite an excellent practitioner. She's quite amazing with her instincts and intuition in script massage. She read some of the scripts and offered me a place over coffee. And then the program was that the Soho Six, who was actually 7 because there's a comedy duo who are quite great, we would meet once a month or something like that, sometimes a bit more spaced out, but once a month was the aim. And we would just talk and do writing exercises, and sometimes have artists who were performing here come and talk with us. And we had a mentor assigned to us who we'd have coffee with and kind of talk about complications with. I had Kim Noble, so he's perfect. And then at one stage we went away for a weekend or a few days longer and stayed at a country estate and ate very well and drank lovely wine and did readings of our scripts around the fire and then talked about them. And that was where I had my first reading of First Love. So tips for a new playwright: just use everything. Just use every part of you. Don't think anything is too stupid or unnecessary or has to be worthy, because I think we just all want to be, what is it? I think people just want to connect, and sometimes it's the stupidest things that we hide, and so it's a relief to see that on stage and to know that other humans are experiencing that as well.